My ZvP sucks right now, 11% win rate. Yeah, you and everyone else, man. We're all having a really hard time. It's a very rough matchup at the moment. I'll try to show you how I play ZvP. And hopefully it'll help. So some early game stuff. The second Overlord goes over the hatch to scout for cannons. It's pretty important. This drone here that you make after the Overlord can be rallied to your third. This will help you deal with pylon blocks. Triangle patrol pattern to deal with cannons. It'll pretty much scout any cannons anywhere. If you see the probe at all, just go for the third. If it's kind of close and you can't tell, don't risk going for the natural. Rally to gas. Rally to minerals. Rally for the pool. Kill the doggos. Doggos are bad. What the fuck? Which fuck? Oh, just the doggo. Rally these three to minerals, and then manually put on gas. Why? Bad dog. Peed on the floor. We're gonna drone to 20. This Overlord goes out in front of the third. The next Overlord at 20 supply covers wherever they would come in from your natural. You're putting these Overlords in positions to deal with adepts. These first two here. No, the first two on your side. Technically, number 2 and 3 because of the Sobi. Double Queen, 4 Lings. These 4 Lings are to stop a pylon block on your third. Nails, kitty. Are to stop a pylon block on your third. If you don't build them, you're taking a risk. It's a reasonable option, but you're getting into all kinds of weird theory there, and I don't recommend it for most people. Look around for Mr. Probe. Take this drone. 30 supply, take the third. Run to the pillar. The Lings can at least kinda go cross map. I'm gonna go double inject here. If you see the Stalker, you can go double inject. If it's Adept, usually you want to do inject tumor. And it's tempting for me to try to run by, but I'm gonna go home. Going home is always a safe option, so that's what we're gonna do. You don't need to run in and see tech or anything. Drone to 36. I should already have an OV on the way. Good. Make a queen in the main at 36 supply. This queen is important. This defends you from an oracle in the main. Get it. Inject. So I'm gonna rally 3 to gas, and then just keep going. Tumor here. Inject. This guy drops a second inject, and then he gets ready to do a tumor. Oh, I was supposed to do an OV on 38 supply. It's not a super important one though. This is one of the least important supply blocks, but nonetheless it is an accident. So I make 2 OVs here. Gonna queue up this third queen, and we want spotters on the third base. Spotters on the third base. Hotkey your queens separately. These 2 queens defend the third. Boom, boom. These 2 queens defend the main. Right now, if you want, this is kind of a neat maneuver. You can build a spore here, but it's not to defend this base from 1 oracle. So around 355, if we haven't seen an oracle, we drop a Roach Warren. Drop a Roach Warren. I'm gonna keep this spore here. Boom. We want a tumor here. Spread this forward. We have a total of 6 queens on the way. That's what we want. Spread the tumors. Spread the tumors. We want to drone to about... This is actually pretty high. God damn it, kitty. Drop spores on the rest of the bases. There is the prism. Start making lings. Lots and lots of lings. Lings, lings, lings. This is either DTs or glaives. It looks like DTs to me. I'm gonna patrol a couple of these lings around just to... Oh, there we go. Just see if we can figure out exactly what's happening. Oh, we found the DTs. Most of our lings are gonna go to the base that our queens are not at. The base that our queens are not at. I'm gonna start building a layer here. As soon as the prism starts to leave, try to get your lings as close as you can without being in vision. And then dive in vision. Okay, cool. The idea here is we're trying to stop an Archon from morphing on our side of the map for as long as we can. Tons of drones, gases, take a 4th base. Drop an Evo. Back away from the thing. Don't be afraid to move out with your lings like this and test around. It's a little risky. I'm not going to go for that. If it was on our side of the map with no adepts, I would probably dive on that immediately. I'm going to drone a little higher here. It's very common after a DT drop to do an Archon timing as a follow-up. So this needs to be on your radar. This here, get that, get that. And I feel like we're doing pretty okay economically. I'm going to build a couple more drones. Ooh, we still have this alive. I'm going to build... Okay, cool. I saw a bunch of probes there transferring. That's really important. That means I'm safe to keep droning. I think. There. Rally to the 4th. Boom, 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 boom. Start making roaches now. Overlords and roaches, that's all I'm making right now. Scouting, he's still making workers. Cool. I'm gonna build a few drones for my 4th, just because I know he's still building workers. If I hadn't seen this, I would be building all roaches right now. Still no gas here. Back to roaches, back to roaches, back to roaches.
The hive cluster is under attack. Our forces are under attack.
Gases are taken here. We're going to take a 5th. We're going to come back with the queens, inject. I get a 2nd Evo and a Baneling nest. Boom, boom, here. A couple more drones for this. Back to roaches. Ooh, here he comes. I'm not super confident here. We're really looking out for sentries. If we see sentries, we have to be super careful. During this, we make only roaches. Only roaches. I'm gonna get these drones out of here. It's okay for the queens to die. The queens are here to tank. That's what they exist for, basically. Trying to make sure that all my roaches are shooting. It's pretty close. How far are we from a transfuse? Quite far. As soon as there's zealots, you kite. You kite the zealots. It's okay for the space to die. Spread the tumors. Keep making roaches. Both attack upgrades. Transfer these to the 5th. Take the 4th. I'm gonna build a new overseer, and I'm gonna get a backup overseer ready. He recalls the thinger. Yay! Anywhere that you don't have queens, get queens. Get queens. Bonk. Oh, we actually got the cancel. Nice. Okay, let's get Bane speed. And I think I'm going to start building lings now. Lings are what you build when you feel like you're safe. And in this particular style, lings are what you build when you feel like you're safe and you feel like you might be the aggressive one soon. We just held an attack, we're in good shape, we still have a base for our drones to mine, so I feel comfortable. So I'm building lings instead of roaches. 1, 2, 3, 4 here. Inject, inject, inject. Lings. Ooh, OVs. Do I have any OVs on the way? I have a few on the way. Oh, I actually don't need some of these. Cancel. Cancel. More lings and Baneling. Something's going over here, so I'm just moving my whole army till I can see what's happening. Move a few units back here. Okay, looks like 2 scouting zealots on both sides. Build a new queen here to inject. We're starting to max out. We're getting ready to push. Ooh, so is he. That makes us very happy. Make banelings. Banelings, banelings, banelings. Spread the units out a little. We should shit stomp him, for lack of a better word. If there's unexpected harassment like this, pull the workers away, but keep engaging if he's right on your doorstep. Boom. Here. 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 Where did Mr. DT go? There you are. Oh no. Oh, okay, thank you. I thought maybe my overseer died in the fight. If it did, I had this backup one ready, but it still would have been very annoying. Okay, so now that that's dealt with, I'm gonna leave a few units at home, mostly roaches, and I'm gonna add this to my control group. And we're gonna start pushing. More upgrades, I'm gonna get an infestation pit, and you know what, I'm even gonna get a hydra den. This is for lurkers. I'm considering going into lurkers. Deny the fourth. Was that the prism? That was not the prism. Move command the banelings. Keep up with the prism. Banelings in the mineral line because I only have a couple here. Boom, good enough for me. There's the prism, there's the prism. Inject, 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 get these. Yay, got him. Cool. So that was a fairly standard looking DT drop game, but to be honest, DT drop is not the most popular in the meta at the moment, so most of your ZvPs probably won't look like this, but if you start seeing a DT drop opening, then it should look very similar to this. Thank you so much. No problem. No problem. Happy to help.